Welcome to another video, guys. I'm Kartik Goswami. I'm a fourth year medical student, and today we're going to be diving into exactly what you need to be knowing before you apply for your residency. First off, what is residency? So residency is the time after your medical school where you pick a specialty and you train towards that specialty, and then you become certified for that specialty. For example, people who want to do surgery go into general surgery. People who want to do neurology, internal medicine, and so on. There's many different specialties to choose from, and residency is where you make that decision and you go forward with that. And technically, you make this decision before you start your fourth year. And the reason is your whole fourth year of medical school is geared towards doing rotations in the specialty of your interest, so that when you apply beginning of your fourth year, you're going to be prepared, have experience, and actually really have the foundation and knowledge of what that specialty is all about. So when you're applying to your residency, first off, know what specialty you're applying for, okay? And again, this video is meant for people who are starting off, don't know what to do, and are kind of trying to see what the details are of what they need to be doing. Secondly, after picking your specialty, you need to be doing some extracurriculars towards that specialty, whether that be, doing general surgery shadowing, orthopedic shadowing, cardiology shadowing, you're doing dermatology research, you're doing something research shadowing, clinical work, whatever it may be in the specialty that you really want to do. And the reason is because when you're applying for that residency, you're competing with hundreds, thousands of applicants, and to be competitive amongst them, you gotta have more than just a score, more than just grades, more than just a numbers game. You gotta have something behind you, and that something behind you is gonna be your experience in that field, how that field shaped you, and that's gonna show in your personal statement and your interviews and your letter of recommendations from those fields itself. Now, if you're not in medical school and you want to be a specific specialty, now is also a good time for your undergraduate studies to be gearing yourself towards that specialty by doing work in it. Whether that be, again, research, shadowing, whatever it is, if you work towards it and you just build up more experience, you're gonna build more connections as well for letters of recommendation, for your own personal experience. And keynote, sometimes your connections work so well that they might know someone else that knows the program director of the program you wanna go to. And there you go. All of a sudden you have connections with the program director of the residency spot of your specialty. And then it's way, way easier because then they're gonna put in a good word for you. So you gotta have good extracurriculars that are tailored to the specialty of your interest. And extracurriculars doesn't just mean research, clinical work, shadowing, and stuff like that. You can literally do so many different things, like make an interest group at your school. You can do a Facebook group for like a support group. I had done a COPD support group back in the day. You can do online videos for a specific niche. You can help people by literally going to health fairs teaching a specific topic. It can be in the specialty of your interest. There are so many ideas out there of what you can do as extracurriculars that'll help you look good for the specialty of your choice. So making sure you're coming up with these creative ideas, doing something different will really make you stand out. And in today's day and age, we have ChatGPT that can spew out so many different ideas that none of us can even think of. So go on there, look up what are the best 50 ideas for doing extracurriculars in this specialty, make them all unique or make them all common, whatever it is, make something and do those. Okay, so we covered your letter of recs, extracurriculars, your research. You got to do it. Some specialties don't require as much research, some specialties do. Like something in dermatology, you're going to need a lot of research. Something like family medicine, you don't need any research. So it all depends on the specialty of your choice. And again, if you have any questions on what specialty needs or what, you can look it up, you can ask ChatGPT, or if you want a human connection, email us at thedoctorjourney21@gmail.com, and we'll be happy to answer your questions at any point in time. We also offer services such as tutoring, and we have lots of free resources if you're studying for your step 1 or step 2. So go ahead, check out the website, thedoctorjourney.com, and you'll see plenty of resources there. So you got that all sorted out. What do you got to do? You got to make a good personal statement. And yes, you can do this a couple months before you absolutely do, but if you want to be the best of the best students, you kind of want to start preparing this early on, at least putting ideas together in a notes document. Like for example, I had a notes document where I kept down everything I've done in med school, just kept it straight in line. So when I wanted to write my personal statement, I had a lot of ideas to spew from, build off of, and then the most key thing is start early enough where you can send it to plenty of different people to get reviewed. I had a friend who sent it to over 50 different people to get reviewed, get their opinions. Now, I'm not saying that's a good idea because that's a lot of different opinions spewing into you, but you gotta know if your personal statement is good or not. So you gotta make sure you're getting adequate reviews, adequate opinions on those reviews as well. And don't be afraid to rewrite your personal statement. I rewrote my personal statement so many different times, and I hate writing, especially essays. I like writing blog posts, but I don't like writing essays at all. And it took me a lot of time to review, change it all up, again, blah, 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 taking parts from an old one, a new one, mix it all up, jumble it all up, clean it up. It took a lot of time, and please take that time. Personal statements are going to put an insight into the character you are. And yes, some lower tier programs don't put that much emphasis on personal statements, but the higher tier you go up, that's a great way to separate you when you guys are tied in the number stats. So make your personal statements very personal to you, something very strong that shows your story, and make it unique. Again, if you need help, just let us know. And then obviously to apply for residency in America, you need to have ERAS. Now, if you're watching this video and you're an IMG from outside, you need an ERAS token. Now, the ERAS token is how you get to apply for ERAS. It allows you to enter ERAS and pick all your programs that you can apply to. And to get that ERAS token, you simply have to get your school to apply for you, and then they'll send you emails that work with you to get your ERAS token. But that's for US med schools. For outside US med schools, it's sort of different because you're gonna have to apply either for visas or you're gonna have to apply for J1s, all that type of stuff. I'm not that familiar with, I'll be honest, but that's how it's a long process. You gotta apply to multiple organizations to get your ERAS token. Now, if you need help with that, do let me know because I have a lot of personal family that have gone through it and I can connect you with them right away. So don't worry, if you're an IMG applying to America very shortly, soon, or in the future, let me know. I can connect you to someone who can give you some advice. And after you get into your ERAS, you kind of want to know where you want to apply. Some people have no care and apply everywhere. Some people do have a care. Some people in certain specialties, there's only like 30 programs, so you can only apply 30 places. But if you're applying to something like internal medicine like I am, there are so many different places, and you have to have a region in mind that'll make it much more cost effective and just in general, more realistic. So apply to the regions or that you're interested in, that you have family in, that you were born in, that you worked and shadowed in. Those are going to give you a boost over applying to a random state. Like for me, Alabama is in the middle of nowhere. I have no connection to it at all. But there's like 5 or 6 other states I do have some sort of connection to. And so if you're applying for ERAS for a residency, pick the spots that have a connection to you, a meaning to you. And even if it's a state you've never been to, but you really, really want to go to, make it a story, make it something you're passionate about, show that you really want to go there. Because a lot of these residency programs, especially since COVID, they're really easy to boot people out of their application. So really have a strong reason why you're applying to specific programs in the region you pick them. And lastly, do try to get like sub-internships, electives, shadowing, clinical experiences at the residency programs you want to attend. And why is this key? This will get your foot in the door. It's like psychology. You're going to slowly go in, make your name known, you do your work there, show a good impression. You can meet with the program director or the assistant program director and be like, hey, I want to come here. I've been trying to show my best effort. Is there anything else I can do? Is there anything I can do to show that I really want to come here? This is my #1 spot, etc., etc. So that's what you can do at the places you really want to go to. And if you're a US med student, really, really apply I believe it's in the 3rd year. I applied in February or March for VSLO. And that's how you apply for your 4th year rotations. And I did them at spots I would consider for residency. If you're an IMG, try to get a clinical rotation at the places you want to do residency at. If not, try to do them in the region or area around them. So at least you look like, okay, I'm really interested. I couldn't get in your guys' place, but I came to the closest thing I could possibly get my hands on. So that's a great idea when you're applying for a residency of your choice. So these are some of the tips that, lay down, just some very basic fundamentals. We can dive deep on each of these as you wish. Be sure to email us at thedrjourney21@gmail.com. for any help related to medical school and even after medical school. We are here for your help. I'm a fourth year med student. I scored 250 plus on my step 2 and I started way at the 140. So you can check out that video seeing how I did well on step 2. And I work with many other peers who have scored 270 plus on their step 2s past step 1. We're here to help you guys so you guys don't have as hard a time as we did. So again, go visit thedoctorjourney.com or email us at thedoctorjourney21@gmail.com. Thank you for watching this video. We are here for your success. Stay happy and stay healthy, everyone. Bye-bye.